So welcome everybody to Tuesday Night Live. It is our last Tuesday for February. Can you guys believe that this
Oh,
weekend it's going to be March? I mean, it's like
no.
pretty soon it's going to be the 4th of July. Time is going by so fast. But speaking of the end of February, how many of you guys know that we have a 29th day this year? So we have 29 days. So we have 2 more days to finish our goals for the end of the month. But my question to you is, are you doing something special, memorable, something that'll really get your customers excited for the fact that it's leap year? So we're going to actually open our meeting in just 1 second with a couple ideas of things for you guys to do on the 20th and 29th. If you've seen other ideas, please share them, because Mary Key used to say, Lori's got an idea and I've got an idea, and we share them. We both go home with 2 ideas. So it's always good to share the ideas of things that you've seen. I even am sharing some ideas I don't even understand. So, hey, but anyway, so my name is Diane Covington. I'm incredibly proud to be the director of the Dynamite unit. We've qualified for, I don't know, 17 or whatever pink Cadillacs. And I got a very special email from the company today asking me to teach at Career Conference, which is always a huge honor to be asked to teach at one of the company conferences. And I'm excited because we are going to become a national area in the next 21 months. And so what that means is that I am looking for 6 people in our unit that want to move into management, want to step up to leadership, want not just the 300% increase in pay, but all the perks, that getting the buzz kit and finding out about, that's my favorite thing, is learning about the new product like a month or 2 in advance. I love the inside scoop, and being able to mentor and coach. And I still hold the parties. I still did a beauty session. I just had a party with 3 young girls, all in their 20s, all had babies. And they said, well, I said, I can come to your house. And she goes, well, could we come to yours? And I said, well, sure. Do you guys all have little kids? And they all said yes. So they couldn't wait to leave their significant others home with a total of 5 kids between the 3 women. Each had 2 and one had 1. And they were here. And I actually even served champagne, and they had, oh my gosh, they tried skincare. They had a blast. And I got 2 bookings and over 350 in sales and a potential team member. And it was just casual, fun, easy. But I will tell you guys, women love being pampered, and that's our job, right? That's like our #1 job. So without further ado, though, part of our national area is also having Lori become a senior director. So if you're watching this recording or you're watching it live, Lori, the luminary unit, needs to have an offspring, and they need to get into the middle car, which is the Equinox. So that's what I need 8 of my directors to be in the Equinox or the Cadillac, and we're looking for 6 more directors. So I know it's going to be exciting. So Lori, what do you want to share? What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about, I have new team members, and I have a team member that you might want to say woke up. Anyway, is waking up, and so we're very excited. We are on a roll.
What's interesting about Lori's latest team member, Lori, tell everybody where you met your newest team member.
Okay, so I need a I need a housekeeper. I have needed one, for a long time, and I've been putting it off, But so I just prayed, Lord, please send the right person, because, anyway. So I happened to have, I was getting ready for a facial, and so I was in my Mary Kay stuff. So when she came to the door, the housekeeper person, when she opened the door, her jaw just dropped. And she said, you do Mary Kay? And I said, yes, I do. And she said, well, I used to do that in Mexico. And she said, and I've been wanting to do something else. It's like, oh, well, there went that help. So anyway, but she's dear. Her director in Mexico used to take her with her everywhere. So, and she said, I sold a lot of product. And this was in Mexico.
And she was a red jacket in Mexico as well,
right?
She
was a red jacket, and she sold a lot, she said. And so, anyway, so Janice has some other people in our area, in our Trude area, that also have Mexico connections. So today she signed another GLDP, which is a global leadership development program. And she goes, okay, I've got 12 more years now in Mexico. So, I mean, that's just what Janice needed, right? Is another country. Oh, yes.
So now Janice is going to be working and building in Mexico. So I know I have some leads in Mexico and I've thought about going down there and building, which I can absolutely do. And so I was going to say to you guys, if you have any leads at all in Mexico, you've got a customer, you've got a potential, maybe one of your really good customers has a daughter or daughter-in-law down there, let me know, because I'm happy to go down there and build, because that could count for part of our national area. I could go down there and get 3 or 4 directors and help us build. So if you guys know people, or if you have clients that are bilingual or have relatives down there, start asking, hey, who do you know in Mexico? And I know Mexico's a very big country, so I'm going to find out where the pockets are that Janice is kind of planning on doing events. And I'll let you know.
Guadalajara is one.
Okay.
Guadalajara. The headquarters are in Monterrey. And then I think the other place she was looking at was in Baja.
Baja. Well, and Lori speaks fluent Spanish, so she's always a fun one to have around. So anyway, I'm excited, Lori, because she came in as a star consultant. She's excited. She's ready to rock and roll. And she wants to become a red jacket rapido while she's here, which is very exciting. And you know, it's really funny when you've been in Mexico in another country, like Marty was, and then Yasi was one of her consultants, was a red jacket or had some team members in Peru. And I know Hannah Harrison, my gal, was a team leader in Ukraine, and now she's in our unit. So sometimes when they're in Mary Kay in another country, they love the culture. They can't wait to get back in. So congratulations, Lori. We're super excited about you and your new team member. So yay. So what I'd love to hear is from anybody who had a $300 week. If you did, I'd love to hear everybody would love to hear how you did that. So did we have anybody that had a $300 week this week? Total sales since last Tuesday.
Carrie, step forward.
Okay, Carrie, unmute yourself. Tell us, how much was your week and how did you do it?
It was 380 and it was reorders that actually they just called me. I just had to go deliver. It was a bummer.
Okay, so you had $380 in sales and reorders. Taking care of customers, taking good care of your clients. Good for you. Congratulations. Okay, anybody else have sales?
Those are my favorite ones because you don't do anything.
Well, and it's to me, that's what I call not residual money. I just call it almost like autopilot money. It's like I just got 2 more website orders from my customers. One lives in Fairfield, one lives in Walnut Creek. And they're like, I don't know when you're going to be in town next, but these are the 7 things I need. I go, I'm coming to Concord tomorrow. So it's like, but again, you take good care of them. They want that they love good service. They love when they don't have to wait for stuff. They love getting product right away. So congratulations on your $380 week. Congratulations. Ms. Dawn, you're unmuted. Did you have a week over 300?
Okay, so I had one for like 199 and some change.
Okay.
That was the other day. And then today was 150.
Okay, so that's over 300. Congratulations. So tell me about these 2 appointments. Was the 199 a reorder? Was it a facial?
It was the woman that I work with that is an esthetician that came to the skincare event.
She came to the hotel.
Yep, she came to the hotel. And then today was my coworker whose daughter used to do Mary Kay, and she said, you should go see my mom because I'm sure she wants to order. And so she said her husband used to love the eye cream for men. And it was so devastated when it went away. And then, so she ordered.
It's almost exactly like our TimeWise 3D formula. The formula is almost exactly the same.
Yeah. So he got some sunscreen, and then she got a cologne and the new perfume and all the hand creams. So I think she's going to be, it's going to be good. So I'm glad I found her. And then today I went to softball for my daughter, and I found another woman that is like, oh, I've been looking for a Mary Kay lady. So we'll see maybe tomorrow.
Okay, so let's back up. How did the lady at the softball game, how did she know you were in Mary Kay?
I told her. I had a conversation with all the women while I was sitting in the outfield, and I said, hey, how's everybody doing? Because I hadn't seen them in a while. And I just told them what I'd been doing and just catching up. And I just said, I've started doing Mary Kay. And some of them were like, eh. And then some of them were more interested. And then one of them was like, oh my God, I've been looking for someone. I'll totally order. Send me the link. So I just tell every woman I meet now, like, that I do Mary Kay.
So
I want to ask, what did your esthetician order?
She got the peel, the glycolic peel, and she got 3 of the boosters.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I talked to her about joining. She said not yet.
What I would do is then send her the special deal sheet. Anytime they spend 50, they get that special deal sheet, and pretty soon hydrogel eye patches are on there, satin lips are on
Yes.
there. They get hooked on all this other stuff.
Yes.
So
She did hydrogel eye patches and the satin lips
As her half off thing?
too. And then Rita, the lady that I work with, she did the men's cologne and the botanical.
this
cleansing
is
gel.
why, you guys, it's really key to make sure you look at that or that sheet, because right now it's posted for next month. I didn't pull it up. Maybe Laura, if you have a second, could you pull it up while we're doing training or whatever? Or maybe while we're
Yes,
watching
I
the video, I
can.
can pull it up.
Yes.
But
Let me. I'll work
it's
on it.
the one for March is posted as of today. That way, if you're placing an order at the end of the month and they have something random on there like brow tint, like they did that to me once, I sold so much brow tint. But it's great, Dawn, because now you've got another client on hydrogel eye patches. You've got the boosters. And so she's getting different stuff. So good for you. So over $300 a week. So here's the deal about when people notice or you announce to like a group of the, soccer moms or baseball moms or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, guess what? And I always say, I'm teaching skincare with Mary Kay. I never tell them I'm selling Mary Kay. I'm teaching skincare with Mary Kay. Would anyone like a sample? Then they all, for the ones who've got their nose in there, they're going, y'all take a free sample. And I said, well, you have 2 choices, vitamin C or charcoal mask. So I give them a choice because I want to create a conversation. I don't want to just hand them something because then the conversation's done. Like, oh, here's your sample. I say, well, tell me, what would you like to do with your skin? Do you want to deep clean it and detoxify it? Or do you want to smooth out fine lines and do some amazing vitamin C plus E? I give a lot of vitamin C samples out, and I get a lot of people who buy vitamin C serum from me. So that might be something that you guys could just kind of go on a little thing for March. Pick 2 products, put them in some kind of a little organza bag or a little goodie bag. I had those little drawstring ones with the little eyelashes on them. I got them on Amazon. Make sure they're tall enough though for a business card, because another consultant ordered ones. They were like this tall and nothing fit in them. Like, I think it was for like a gumball or something short and round, because you couldn't put a business card. You couldn't even put a sample in them. She was like, I'm so bummed. I said, don't worry about it. You can find something to use for them, but get that slightly taller ones. I think mine are 4 inches by 3. I got pink ones, but you could get any color. And I just make half of mine with charcoal mask and half of mine with vitamin C. So congratulations, Dawn. How did that feel to just like put yourself out there? And
Sorry, my food timer's going off. It was great. No, it was good. I just said to myself, and every time I meet a new woman or talk to I'm just gonna, that's part of my conversation now. And either, it doesn't hurt to say anything, and they're either not into it or they're going to ask me more questions. So I can't
I
lose.
teach skincare with Mary Kay. Of like a free sample? They're like,
yeah,
there's not a woman out there, honestly, who will turn down a free sample.
I got some of these, they're like,
oh yeah.
So you fold down the edges, the ends, and it makes a little, and then you can see your business card and then put samples.
Oh,
Where do you get that?
Okay.
Where?
Amazon.
Oh, of course. All right. Now, Carrie, what are you holding up? Thank you for sharing that, Dawn. Congratulations on your week. So, Dawn, you'll be getting a little gift in the mail from me. Carrie, you'll be getting a gift. So, Carrie, are those fabric? The little drawstring bags?
No, they're actually plastic.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, hold it back
they're
from the
from
camera.
Amazon.
Babe, hold it back from the camera a little bit. I can't see it. And it
And
says
they have
thank you on it?
drawstring. Yeah, it says, thank you for supporting small business.
Wow.
They're nice. They're like,
But you
I don't
can't,
know,
but you
like
can't see through it, right?
kinda, not
Oh, you can? Okay.
totally, but
Okay.
kinda. I mean,
Okay.
this one you can, it's clear.
Okay, because
This
yeah, I don't
one's
have
pink.
my purse is downstairs because I have a whole. So what you guys want to do is you always want to be armed with a minimum of 6 samples, no matter where you go. I don't care if you're going to the dentist, the chiropractor, you're going into Home Depot. I always carry. In fact, do you all know you can win the big new tote? Have you all seen the big? Hold on a second. Let me get this. You all know that you can earn this one-of-a-kind tote. The company already sold out. This one-of-a-kind tote. I used this last week. I went to Costco to get 2 things. So I didn't get a cart. That also saves you money at Costco. Don't get a cart. But I had this in my back seat. So I took it and I threw my wallet in it and my phone and my samples. And then I threw this over my shoulder. So my wallet's like way here at the bottom. And I got this huge bag and I've got it thrown over my shoulder. And a lady walked up to me. She was probably late 20s, beautiful African-American gal, just stunning looking. She goes, excuse me, you're with Mary Kay, right? I said, I am. She's like, I've been looking for a consultant. She goes, I moved here from Baltimore. She said, do you have cream to powder foundation, translucent powder, and something else? And I was like, yes. And so she goes, well, I need all of these things. And where do you live? And so she was like, not interrogating me, but I was like, well, would you like a goodie bag? Would you like a free sample? She goes, I'd love one. But had I not had that bag, I probably would not have approached her. She probably would not have approached me. I was kind of a get my 2 items and get out of there. But I thought, well, I'll just throw this over my shoulder. You guys, for heaven's sake, the bag is this big. So you have an opportunity to earn that bag this month by selling 25 items, which I'm pretty sure most of you all have sold 25 items, and ordering 300. If you did the 300 and you sold 25 items, you automatically get the bag. So those are the kinds of things. Take it as a grocery bag to put groceries in or whatever, but those are super fun. So Carrie, thank you for also sharing your little goodie bags that you have, those drawstrings. And did you get those on Amazon as well?
Yep, and they're pretty good size.
Right.
You can put the satin lip set in it.
Is this, oh, that's a
Wow.
great idea. That's a great way to merchandise those.
I did. I did it for Christmas.
That a girl. All right. Anybody else have a $300 week that wants to share how they did it? Anyone else have a $300 week? Okay. So with that said, I'd love to just segue right into what's going on the 20th and 29th. Oh, Carrie, did you think of something you wanted to share?
Just said I got another new recruit, so I'm excited about that.
You actually have 2 new team members. You have Eileen and Rebecca. And
Yep.
Eileen, we did her party last night. She was going to try to jump on. She's driving back home. So she goes, I don't know how to
Yeah,
do
she
Zoom
was-
while you're driving.
She was with her mom
Yeah. And so
because
she couldn't.
I texted her earlier today to talk to her.
So we've only closed one person from her party last night, but the gal wants the repair stuff and she wants so much stuff. She said, you mentioned this good training opportunity. She said, you mentioned that I could get a huge half off shopping spree. Now, what do I have to do for that? I said, well, you get 150 at half off if you have 4 people over. You plus 4, you get 150. Because I don't want her to do you plus 2. It's not a big enough group. And she said, so as long as I have 4 people, I get 150 at half off. I said, yes. And then should they buy, you also get 10% of the party sales and free stuff. She's like, well, I'm doing that. So she really wanted Hydro July patches. And so I said, well, if you don't want to wait for those, because her party she booked is in 3 weeks, I said, you know, those are on half off special right now. She goes, well, what does that mean? I said, if you buy $50 of other stuff, you could get eye patches tonight at half off. But it was on her hashtag party board was micellar water, eye makeup remover, and lash intensity mascara. Well, you add those all up, it's $56. So she bought those 3 at full price, got hydrogel eye patches at half price, and booked a party. So Eileen was listening to me do all this over the phone, and she's like, what just happened? Because she wants to buy the repair set. She wants the repair and the glycolic. So that's another $200 sale for her. And that was only the first person we called from the party. And then Rebecca's excited because Rebecca's doing an in-person back of the hand. She's doing a star order. She's super excited. And hopefully she'll be able to jump on here tonight. So congratulations, Carrie. And Carrie is working on, what's your goal, babe?
I'll be DIQ in the end of this month.
Yep, DIQ. We've got, as people are ordering, we're putting their little pictures in there, and
Yep, I have, yeah.
we're
3
excited, Carrie.
I need to do, but it's all set. Yeah.
We're gonna get this done. And then our goal is also to have 2 more new red jackets by the end of the month. So I think Magda's working on it because she's had 2, and then she got a 3rd person, then 1 person went inactive. So she's never officially been a red jacket. So she's working on having all 3 active. And then I'm going to tell you, Dawn, it's not too late, or anybody else who wants to go for it. It is not too late to end up with 3 actives by the end of the month. I've seen crazier things happen. You can ask Carrie, who's been around, or anybody who's been around for a while. People can get 3 or 4 team members in a day. It just, like you said, Dawn, it's putting yourself out there, letting people know what you're doing. And I also tell people, they go, well, what do you do? I said, oh, I make the world more beautiful one face at a time. And they go, what? I said, I make the world more beautiful one face at a time. I teach skincare with Mary Kay. And they go, oh, I just say that to just like take them off guard from, I don't know, saying something else. So anyway, so let's talk really quick. If you've got a piece of paper handy, let's talk super quick about what you could do on the 28th and 29th. Now, I'm not saying you have to give discounts because you all know me. I am like the anti-discount queen of like, I don't know, I don't give my customers discounts very often. It's usually Pink Friday that I do that. So let me just pull this up. I'm going to show you guys a couple ideas. I would go with what's simple and easy and excites you, because if it's simple, easy, and it excites you, it'll excite them. If you don't understand how the thing works or you're not excited about it, don't promote it. Okay, why is my Facebook not loading? Here it goes. Okay. All right, so let's look at these super quick. Selecting a window or an application that you want to share. Why is it? Okay. All right, so here's a couple ideas. I actually love this one because honestly, it's really simple. Check this one out. Leap into new products with a discount. Order any new skincare or supplement that you've never tried before and get 25% off your order. So it could be a booster. It could be, if they've never done a booster, it could be the vitamin C serum. If they've never done it, it could be any skincare or any supplement. Could be retinol. I mean, you guys, here's an opportunity. If you want to get a client on retinol, she's never going to get it on sale. So if it's 120 minus 25% off, that's saving her, what is that? 120, that is 20.
Did you get it for what, 90 instead of 120?
Yeah. And it could be, so if it's something that she's never bought before, so here's your chance to get the boosters out there, vitamin C serum, maybe the gel mask, any of these things. So this is one, and it's only for February 29th. So this is something you could post tonight on your VIP page. You could email it out. You could even text it out if that's more your speed. Or you could do this one that says, leap into savings. We're blessed with an extra day this year from now through Thursday the 29th. So you could post this tonight, 29% off any order. If you want to do that, that gives them 29%. Now that's a pretty hefty discount.
That
So
is.
totally up to you, but you could do that. You could post that Wednesday, or you could say this goes into effect Wednesday morning. This is the 28th and 29th, 29% off any order. Just an idea. You don't have to, just throwing it out there. And then this one.
And Diane, these will be on boards.
These are right now on Facebook, but yes, I will post them all on boards. Now this
Thank
one
you.
is you're in a challenge to sell $29 or to have 29 people order something. So it's about getting 29 people to say yes to you. And then they buy at least $29 worth of product. So they might buy something as expensive as microderm, which is way over 29. Of course, that makes them eligible for something off the special deals. If they bought a brush set, they also get something off special deals. Lifting serum, they'd get an item off special deals. Same thing with biocellulose. These next items are just above the $29. Foaming cleanser, moisturizer, firming eye cream, whatever. Those are all things just over. And these are not enough, but you could bundle them. You could do like eye makeup remover with micellar water. That would be 38. So do you see what I'm saying? Or the hand creams or whatever. So that's just another idea. This to me, I think was confusing because it almost is like, well, then are these $29? So I probably won't use this. I mean, I don't know what you guys think. I love this because I could say to my customers that are only on skincare or who've only bought makeup, say, hey, if you're thinking about getting anything, it's all 25% off. Like at my party that I just did on Friday where the hostess spent $350 and her two friends booked parties instead, I'm going to send them because they've never bought anything. They were thinking about getting masks. They were thinking about getting skincare. Well, at 25% off. Anybody else have a thought or an idea that they want to share? Anything they want to do for the 29th?
So Diane, there was that one,
So
there was that.
Laura and I also picked 5 products. So if you wanted to make a flyer tonight, you could say, pick any one of these items for only $29, or pick any item on this sheet, or every item on this sheet is $29 in the 29th. You could put on their hydrogel eye patches. So instead of 40, they pay 29. That's a killer deal. You could do the targeted action body lotion if you're writing these down. Because that's 35. They could get that for 29. Any booster that's 38 would be 29. And you could do satin hands that is 36. You could do that for 29. And you could bundle eye makeup remover and micellar water instead of 38. That's 29. So that saves them $9. Which is like, that's like 25% off. So you could do those, or I love the one that says, the one that just says, get something you've never been on before. Because I have customers that would, like Dawn did, would probably buy boosters or buy retinol. And so, 25% off is 25% off. You could change it to 29%, but just I'd leave it at 25. Anybody else have a thought, a quick question? And then what you can do is for every customer that orders from you on the 29th, you could then give away something. You could give away a box of sheet face masks. In fact, those of you who have sheet face masks, those are 40. You could sell those for 29. because a lot of us have those in our inventory. So you could say that you're giving away, I don't know, $100 Mary Kay gift card. If you meet your goal, maybe your goal is to have, you know, a $500 day. And if you meet your goal, you can give away a $100 Mary Kay gift card, cost you $50. Does that make sense? Anybody have a question, a thought, any other idea for leap? The
May
extra?
I show the frog one?
Of course.
I mean, just for fun.
Yeah. And I can post that one too. Lori, post that one on Facebook. It's all about ideas. Everybody's helping everybody.
Okay, hold on. It's spinning. The essentially the idea is that you have a challenge to get 29 people. Okay, of course the share isn't working. Here it is.
Here it is, you guys.
Excuse.
It says Happy Leap Day. And then it
Oh,
says,
you got it. Oh,
this week's challenge is to sell 29 items between the 26th and the 29th. So you'd have to do this starting tomorrow. In honor of leap year, help me leap forward and I'll enter you into a drawing and you could get your whole order for $29. So if somebody orders, you know, $80 or whatever, they could get their whole order for $29. All I can tell you is make it simple, make it easy, and make you excited. If you're not excited or it's complicated, they're not going to get it.
okay. Instead of that, since we've already covered that, here are some of the items for
Oh, Lord,
March
thank you. Okay.
that we need to have. Go ahead.
No, so I was going to say, so when you guys see this, what in your image, so you have to realize what is stuff that people haven't bought that tends to be a little pricier. Silky setting powder, I don't sell a lot of. At half off, I will sell a ton of that. I already know that. So how much silky setting powder of the popular shades do you have in your thing? An $8 all over powder brush, you will sell that. Guarantee it. Satin body stuff for $11 each, you will sell that. Soothing eye gel, I always sell that. Now, biocellulose masks, those almost never go on. So you just want to make sure you've got a few of these in your inventory. The bar, I mean, I've got a couple, so if you need them, but those I would say, well, you'll sell those too. I mean, it just depends. But if it's anybody that's got acne skincare, whatever, that's going to be big. So Lori, thank you for pulling these up. So when you guys
Look
send
at
these
that.
out, you don't,
Mint Bliss for $6.
I know. Now, the reason why this will be big is that'll be great for teacher gifts because if people, so if they want to get 3 of these for teacher gifts, it's like, okay, well then purchase 150 of other stuff and you can get 3 of these at $6. And you guys may or may not have the socks that go with them and you don't have to. You don't have to give free socks.
That's really good because, you know, Easter is the end of March.
Oh, good point.
Yep. And that's one
And
of the reasons why that's good.
Yeah,
That's why we're
I'm
gonna come
already
in.
doing 2 events, so that's freaking awesome.
Good
Yep, and
point.
look at this-
And
and
these
this
are gonna
brand
be
new
popular for
perfume.
that too.
I had several people who like the new perfume and they're going, yeah, and I go, it's 44. And they're like, well, I think I'll wait. But at 22, they're going to be like, I'll take that perfume now.
I have well, Kelly, she'll flip out she just loves when they're half price, the bicellular masks.
That's
those
the
are her
other thing is
favorite, one
find
of
your
her
customers
favorite
that
things.
like, that are on repair and say, here's your chance to get a spa treatment that if you go into Lafayette, yes, they put you in a bathrobe and they put you in a recliner, but do y'all know they charge $150 to do a biocellulose treatment? She goes, well, we put you
Wow.
in a recliner with earbuds and you relax. And we even put essential oils in the humidifier. I'm thinking, I can do that at my house. I can put myself in a recliner. Like,
Well,
and you
not
get
only that, they could use the naturally oil.
well, yeah, but what they're doing is they're just doing a biocellulose mask at these spa places, but they're charging you $125 to $145 to do a mask. And you guys would get 4 in a box for $35 our cost. So that's pretty insane. Okay. So just realize if you guys are going to do something, here's my challenge to you. When you get off from here or the second you watch this video, figure out what you want to run for the 20th and 29th and post it tonight. Post it tonight in your private. You cannot post that on your public page. Post that on your private page. If you post it on a public page, say, be sure to jump on my private VIP page to see what I'm running for special for leap year on the 20th and 29th. I have a special sale. Please text me if you want me to add you. So that you can do because you're basically you're not telling them what the sale is, and then put it on your VIP page. And then what I would do is I would put it in a text. I wouldn't group text people, but I would put it in a private text that says, don't know if you saw the Facebook page, but I want to make sure you don't miss out on the sale. And send them whatever it is that you're running. I'm going to run that 25% off any supplement you've never used. Because I've got a couple people that have been talking to me about retinol after they went on the event. They didn't buy it yet, but if I give them 25% off, they'll be all over that. Okay, so just make sure you get that kind of thing lined up. Okay, so let's talk about other ways to make money this week. I'm going to go back on Facebook and show you guys really quick. So Wednesday night, Janice has an opportunity for you guys to be a part of a skincare class. Hold on, let me just get out of that one. And the skincare class is right here. It is in English and in Espanol, so it is translated. She is going to cover it in 3D, but she also mentions repair through the whole thing. How she does both of those that fast, I don't know. She talks about microdermabrasion. She talks about charcoal. There's always more than 100 people on, which I will tell you is very impressive to the guests. When my guest jumped on, she's like, I couldn't believe it. There were 160 people on there doing their face. And she's like, well, not all people were doing their face, but she was so impressed that that many people were on. She ended up buying a skincare set for me, but she booked a party. So this is a great opportunity. If you're newer and you're watching this video or hearing this now, and you're thinking, how well do you know these products? If you don't really know them inside and out, I highly suggest you jump on. But remember, Mary Kay used to say, let them learn while you earn. So if you guys like Dawn or Kelly, any of you guys that are newer, if you're going to be on there, why would you not want to have 3 people on there watching to give you feedback and say, look, I'm in a challenge to have some feedback on a virtual skincare class. Can I borrow can you jump on Zoom for 1 hour? And I'd love to give you a $15 gift card for your time. And so you just have them on, even if they don't have samples, have them jump on. The average person on these events spends at least $50 typically. Anybody have, now it is also translated. So there is another flyer here that is in Espanol. Nope, wrong flyer. There it is in Spanish. And it is translated. And Yemi is crazy. She is high energy. She is. Anyone have questions on these? Okay, and then all the March events will be posted. We did post them on here, but they will all be on boards and everything. And the calendar will all be done tomorrow. So you can take advantage of all of that. So let's go back up and talk about the chemo care packages really quick. I'm excited, but a little tiny bit nervous. I've gotten commitments from some of you guys, and I want to just do a quick shout out to those of you who have committed, because it really is making a big difference as soon as I find the piece of paper that I wrote them all on. So I know Carrie committed to 50. Dawn committed. Oh my God, you guys, where's that piece of paper? I'm so sorry. Hold on. Is this it? No, that is not it, Diane. Okay, I'm getting an F for my follow through here. Anyway, I've gotten commitments from a whole bunch of you guys, but even if I add up all the commitments, we're still significantly not there yet. So here's what I will tell you. If you haven't committed yet, I'd really love to see you stretch and do 13. If you guys can even do, you know, I know you guys all know people that have been impacted by cancer. Everybody unfortunately does. So you could say, oh my gosh, well, you know, because during Adopt a Grandparent, people would just hand me $100 check. Well, here's $100. So what you can say is, if you could sponsor 3, that would be amazing, because that's a $90 check. So if you had 10 people do 3, that gets you to 30. Okay. And let them take the letter and let them save that for their taxes. And if they write you a check or Venmo or whatever. But does anybody have questions? I am looking at a bag right now that I called my girlfriend's house to see what they could do, because I'm looking for a bag that has a square bottom that's got, I didn't want to do the breast cancer ribbons because some of these are men. And so I was trying to find something that just has hearts on it, because I want it to be generic enough where it be male or female. Dawn, did you have a question?
Somebody that bought one of these for me said that the letter doesn't indicate that they bought one, so it's not sufficient for tax purposes. Have you heard that from anyone?
Just give them a receipt.
I mean, I could make a generic receipt if that's what you guys want, that says I helped with it with a care. I can do that. That my CPA said, as long as they've got the letter and they write on there the day that they I Venmo Dawn $90 on February 28th, 2024, or whatever, they could use that. But if you guys want a receipt, I can make a receipt. I can do that tomorrow. Would that be helpful?
Or just a version of the letter that says something at the bottom that, you know, this, I don't know, I bought, I don't know, I bought one, or
How about if I do a receipt that's 2 on a page so that you guys can just print them out, cut them in half, and then give them a half-page receipt? It'll
You can
say,
always
thank you.
leave the number blank and
Thank you
then
for
fill it in.
supporting, yeah, it'll say, thank you for supporting our cancer care package program. And it'll say number of care packages, and you guys can leave it blank times $30. And then that way they can fill it in. Is that what you're thinking?
this person is not local, so I emailed them the letter. So is there a, I guess I can just, if there's one that I can edit and just email, or the different
There
version?
isn't, but there will be. I'll make one by tomorrow,
Okay.
and it'll be just like the adopted grandparent one that when I hand them out to people, I just say, fill it in yourself. I'm not going to micromanage people and fill it in for
No.
them. I just hand them
Yeah.
the receipt. Okay. Yeah, but I can absolutely do that for you. But you guys, this is a really, really important local cause. And so I would love nothing more than to reach out to John Muir by Friday and say, oh my gosh, we've got commitments. This is totally going to happen. You guys also might want to reach out to some philanthropic groups. If you've got access to Rotary or Kiwanis or Seroptimist or Polka Dots or any of these organizations that support women or support each other, they may want to do that. Also, if you know anybody who's been in the medical field, if you know any retired nurses, anybody who's ever worked in oncology, they would be super helpful for this. And then, like I told you guys before, I went and got those little stationery with little dogs, puppies on them. And they're coming 8 in a pack, and I bought all 4 packs that the Dollar Tree had. And I just said, if you'd like to write a personal note of just encouragement, like I'm cheering for you, or I'm praying for you, or I know you'll get stronger, whatever, any kind of encouraging word, they can include it in the little thing. And I'll just throw that in the package. And then in my packages, you guys, I'm actually going to include a gift certificate with my picture on it. And I can send you guys the template that it just says, this entitles you to $20 of free product, any skincare pampering, in person or virtual, when you feel up to being pampered. And so it could be right away. It could be, and it doesn't have an expiration date on it. And you just never know. They might throw it away, but what if they don't? What if they want the pampering? So anybody have questions on the
They
chemo care
reach out, you
packages?
really know they want it.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody have questions or comments on the chemo care package? If you have not committed to me a number and you're willing to help us with this, please let me know, whether it's 13 or 30 or 50 or 100, because every little bit counts. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to share with you guys a video. A friend of mine, Cleta Coulson, she goes by Cleta the Cheetah. She's going to talk, because we were both talking about the hand creams, how neither one of us I don't sell a ton of the new hand creams. And it's not that I don't like them. I just don't. Things that are like fruit flavored are just like not my thing. I don't know why. It could even be melon satin hands, but anything that smells like fruit or food, I'm just not as big of a fan. Well, what happened was, I'll be honest, I bought 3 of each, broke open one, so I've got 2 of each to sell. Well, one of my clients who got a lookbook, there's no sample of this in the lookbook, saw those and she goes, do you have those in stock? And I said, I do. She goes, I'd like 1 of each. Can you bring them when I see you on Wednesday? And I said, sure. Now these were regular price, 3 for 10 or 3, $10 each. Cleta's going to share really, really quick kind of what she did and this really short video. So I'm going to share this with you guys really quick.
And one of the things I sold a ton of new hand creams, and I'll just have to be honest, I just don't usually sell.
She went to a quick in-person event, and this gal promoted them, and then she sold
A lot of the new hand creams. Nothing wrong with them. I just particularly have a very sensitive nose, and I don't know. I love the normal regular line. I want to show y'all this video of Valerie, she's the top director, who romanced these hand creams to where I sold, I think it was 39 of them, like 11 sets of 3 each. Okay. And I want to play it for you because I want you to hear how she romances these hand creams. I'm talking about the new spring hand creams that are $10 a piece. In my wildest dreams, I would have never sold 39 of those hand creams. I mean, I'm just telling you. Gina, thank you. She's holding them up. So I'm going to just see if I can't stream this.
Now, when you guys are watching this video, it's a 2-minute video, and I want you to see how you could do this exact same video. If you don't have the hand creams, you could stand up there and talk and hold up your lookbook that's got the 3 hand creams in it. But what this gal does is incredibly, incredibly simple.
I gotta find it on here. Hang on one moment and play it for y'all. This is Valerie Lucia. She's from She is from San Antonio, and she did a fabulous job on it. Okay. We're going to try right now. Okay, here we go.
Now look how simple this is.
Hey everyone, my name is Valerie Lucio, and I've been building my business for 26 years. My secret number is 3, so write that down. 3 for the 3 limited edition hand creams for spring. Each one of them smells like a vacation in a bottle. So whether you're going on vacation or not, all you have to do is apply the hand cream to your hand, rub it in, smell, close your eyes, and get away in your mind. Well, let's talk about the different scents. The purple hand cream is berries and rose, with notes of strawberry, rose, and vanilla. Honestly, it smells good enough to eat. The pink hand cream is passion flower, with notes
Notice that she's not spending a lot of time on this guy. She doesn't sweat the small stuff. It's just like 15
of
seconds.
watermelon, peony, and granny apple, peony and freesia. The yellow hand cream is my favorite. It's island mist and jasmine with notes of granny apple, star jasmine, and Italian lemon. This hand cream takes me to white sandy beaches and turquoise water, well, in my mind. Of course, just like all of our hand creams, these leave your hands feeling hydrated and nourished, but not greasy. You're gonna want one for your purse, your car, your gym bag, and your nightstand. So here's a pro tip. Every night, I use my Mary Kay hand cream and my Mary Kay lip balm to keep my hands and lips hydrated. These hand creams also make great gifts. So think teacher gifts, think Easter baskets, but they are limited edition, which means get them before they're gone. They're normally $10 each, so 3 for $30, but tonight you get them at a special price. Choose any combination of 3 for only $25. Let your consultant know which scents you want. Now to you, Melissa.
Okay, so that's the whole video. Isn't that easy? Easy, simple. Give me your feedback, you guys. What did you think?
Okay, I think that I love the way she sells it. And this is something everybody needs right now, a mental vacation. It doesn't cost us to go there in our minds, but to have the scent. I mean, it's like, think about Disneyland and the rides that have the scent added. It's huge. Yeah. So I'm not surprised. I love the way she.
And she
sold
literally just read the what's in here. So if you guys have the lookbook, literally they're right in here. So I would just take one of each, break it open, demo it, and take it everywhere and say, oh my gosh. So when Cleta comes back on, which we're not going to play that whole thing, she talks about what people were doing because they bought so many. She doesn't have those in her inventory. She only ordered 9. And so she said, did you need these right away? And she goes, oh no, they're teacher gifts for Easter week. So she's going to give, this one lady bought 12. She got 2 sets of 3. So, because she's going to give them as teacher gifts the week right before the kids get out of spring break. Another gal says, no, I don't need them. I got them as Easter gifts because they're super cute. Now the Dollar Tree right now also has dish towels that have really colorful Easter eggs all over them. And you could literally tie a dish towel around this if you wanted to add something to it, but you could get all 3 for $25. So again, how hard would it be for you guys to shoot that video? And you could even say, I'm totally sold out. So if you haven't ordered them yet, that means you're sold out. Totally sold out, but here's what they are. This is what they smell like. They're amazing, incredible, and they're 3 for $25. Let me know how many you'd love to have. And you can make a 60-second commercial tonight. Just saying. Okay.
I will tell you, it's very interesting because my new team member, Armida, I showed her because I had them out. And she goes, no, I'm not interested. I said, just smell them. That's all. Oh, yeah. When she smelled them, she then became interested. Sorry.
That's why I broke open one of each one. Yeah, they smell amazing. And the nice thing is you can just have them pop the cap and smell it without them having to put it on if they don't want to put them all on.
They're not overwhelming.
So many of you guys have been doing the 29 gifts of love. And what's been really fun about this, first of all, I feel like I'm drinking out of a fire hose sometimes because everybody's got such a great idea. I'm like, oh my God, I need to implement this idea. And it's like, pew. So I'm honestly going to do this again with anybody who wants to do it with me again in March. We're going to start again on March 1st. and go all the way through March 29th and do them again, like day 1, day 2, because I think if you hear them enough, it becomes a pattern, and it also becomes a different way of thinking. And that's the other thing I found, is that I've been more intentional, which is probably why they did this, more intentional with sharing the opportunity this month than I ever have been. And I think it's because every day I'm listening to those videos. Is anybody else feeling that as well? That they're being like super intentional?
Yeah, they're awesome. I'm taking notes because it's just so much information. It's like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Where are the rest of the month though? Where's Sunday through?
Okay, so I'm having so many issues with my phone, you guys. In fact, today I hung up on Lori and it hung up on Eileen, and my phone would let me call people back. Like, it literally won't let any calls go through. So I may have to go buy a brand new phone, which makes me very mad. So I sent it to all of you on Friday, but I have a feeling some of you didn't get it. So I will resend it all. If you didn't get it, Dawn, I will resend it all to you as soon as the meeting is over. But I'm going to play a clip right now of Gloria Mayfield Banks, and this is how we're going to end our meeting. But before I do that, I want to share with you guys, Career Conference is coming. It is not too late to go. We are going to drive and have an incredibly fun drive down to Long Beach and back. So we're going to zip out Friday morning. We're going to get there Friday. We're going to go to Career Conference. Then Janice is organizing a big dinner, and we're going to have dinner Friday night, spend the night, go to classes on Saturday. It ends at 4 o'clock and we're beating feet back. It is going to be amazing. We have plenty of room for other people to go. If in your heart, you're saying, I don't know if I should go, I don't know if I have the time or the money, whatever, I will tell you, I give you my word, it will impact your business financially. If you go, it will have a huge impact. Carrie, did you want to share something?
Are we staying at the hotel, or did you figure that out yet?
We are going to stay at the hotel. And so it's just the pricing of the other hotels around there are ridiculous, and they're super far. And so they're not super far, but they're like a couple blocks away. And so then if we only have one car, so I just decided it's easier for us so we can get one room and have you guys all buddy up or whatever. So, all right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share Gloria Mayfield Banks. And now this is the recording from the 29th of the month. So I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag. But what I want you to know is I want you to listen to some of the things that Gloria shares. She talks about the fact that she was a survivor of domestic violence. She talks about a little bit of her story, of her history. So when we share the Mary Kay opportunity, are we sharing anything about ourselves personally, or are we just, I hate using the word, but are we just barfing Mary Kay information all over people? So do we talk about maybe our personal growth or what we've gone through, whether your journey in Mary Kay is short or long? So I just want you guys to just for a second sit back and pretend that you are the guest and you're hearing this information about Gloria, and just see what you think. It's only about a 6-minute recording, so we'll be able to do this really quick. Here we go.
Pass it on. 29 days of love. Pass it on. I love everything about this. Don't stop now. Don't stop now, because now that you've gathered all this fire, you keep going. My name is Gloria Mayfield Banks, and I'm an elite executive national sales director emeritus with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And when I tell you I'm excited to be here with you, because I love this company. I love this industry, and I love what it did for me. And can I tell you, I was 1 month short of 35 years with Mary Kay, and I didn't even want to be an entrepreneur. I in no way, form of fashion thought it would be makeup, skincare, color, glamour that would take me to my dreams. I in no way thought beyond making a little extra money per week would lead me to the dreams of my lifetime. So I can understand if maybe you don't know it, or I can understand if you don't know that this could be something that can rock somebody's world, but it can, and it did, and it does for so many more who are different than me, different than you. But it's me and you that took on what Mary Kay asked us to do. Pass it on. Well, I got some thoughts and some ideas for you, but I want to tell you, the number one thing I want to tell you is that it's worth it. It is so worth it. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how frustrated you get, no matter how challenging it is, on the other side of that, it is 10 times more joy, 10 times more exciting, 10 times more personal growth than you could ever have imagined. A little bit about my story. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Grew up in a phenomenal household with magnificent parents who had a very strong desire to see our self-esteem rise. I'm the third of 4 girls, and all of us end up being very powerful entrepreneurs. Who knew? I went to school, but I found out in the 7th grade I was dyslexic, so I've had a very tough learning disability my entire life. But I still pushed through. Went to college, pushed through. Went to graduate school, went to Harvard Business School, and got my MBA after I went to undergrad at Howard University in Washington, D.C. And I worked hard because I was on a mission to be in the C-suite. That's what I wanted. That's what I was focused on. That's what I dreamed about. That's what the deal was. I prepared myself for the C-suite, and I was headed in that direction. What I wasn't prepared for was 10 years of domestic violence. 10 years of domestic violence. In fact, my very first day at Harvard Business School, I started with a black eye. And I tell people that story because I want them to know every third person has dealt with domestic violence or seen domestic violence or has seen someone else deal with domestic violence. It is so real. And the worst thing we can do is to be silent about it. But anyway, I was in 10 years of domestic violence, 7 years a single parent, and then I met the love of my dream, Ken Bank, and the love of my life. We've been married for 27 years, together just 34 years. Yeah, 34 years, and it's been amazing. We blended a family of 4, his 2 and my 2, and now we share 5. I was gonna say 6 because my grandnephew's always with us. But we share 5 grandkids, and it's a beautiful thing. So let me tell you why I want you to know that no matter where you are in this business, you can be massive at team building. Not good, not great, but you can become massive at team building. And
You
let me
guys
tell
ready for
some
this?
thoughts. Number 1, make sure you know your story. No one is in my space for a decent amount of time without knowing that I'm dyslexic, without knowing that I dealt with domestic violence, not knowing that when they see me, they see a very smart, professional, successful woman who dealt with domestic violence and dark times, without knowing that I was a single parent, without knowing that I found my way into Mary Kay through just a skincare class, and without knowing that I honestly believe that no one fails at Mary Kay. You might like it, you might not like it, but to squirt, spread, and ask somebody else if they want it, I think that's a privilege that I get to ask you, because I don't know what it might do for you. So I'm going to ask you, do you have your story? That's my story. Do you have your story? Because they're definitely going to fall in love with the Mary Kay story. But do you lay out your story and transparently tell about your dark times that have now brought you to the light? I'm convinced that domestic violence was in my path so that I could lead other women through their path. Your gifts. Do you know what your gifts are? What are your gifts? Mine? I have the gift of energy. I have the gift of charisma. I have the gift of confidence. All of which I worked very hard to improve. But understanding what my gifts are prevents me from comparing myself to other people, because God gave me my gifts for me. And I know now when I use my gifts, I increase my influence, and therefore I increase my impact. What are you doing with your gifts? Do you know what they are? And do you use them aggressively and ambitiously in order to rock other people's worlds? Your activity is going to turn you into a massive team builder, just because you start to track your ask, not tracking their yes or no.
Did you guys catch that? That's the most important part. She said you're tracking how many you ask and who you ask, not their response.
Yes or no does not determine your success, but the number of people you ask to listen. And not, by the way, listen, like, let's set up an appointment where we talk specifically about this. And the agenda goes like, and I ask them if this is an agenda that works for you. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you about you, and then I'm gonna tell you about me, and then I'm gonna tell you about the company. And then you ask me questions, and then I'm gonna ask you what you'd like to do. I mean, The number of times you do that per week will determine whether you turn it into a massive success or not. Number 4, know that they're looking for you. You have to know that women are looking for you. If you know they're looking for you, it gives you the anticipation that they're all over the place. Don't worry about the few. Worry about the fact that there are a million people in the world, and they deserve to listen to what you have to say and make their own decision. Don't make the decision for them, and don't try to pick who's going to be good and who's going to be bad, because you never know. And number 5, know your ambition and your capacity. I honestly believe that one of my strengths in this business is because I believe, like Mary Kay believed, that women have a large amount of capacity and they need to know how to use it. 29 days of love. Pass it on. So glad I had a chance to be here with you. I'll be watching. Stay close. I love my girlfriend and your wife.
Okay, so I want to share with you guys in closing a quote that might really blow your mind. That's the statistics as of this morning were an average family of 4 are $1,029 short of covering their monthly bills right now to keep their lifestyle exactly like it was last year. So that means between groceries, PG&E, whatever the expenses are, to have the exact same lifestyle they had a year ago, a family of 4, they are $1,029 short. So that's just something for you to be thinking. When people say, well, I'm not looking for extra money. You know what? I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people out there that are looking for extra money. And when I did a sharing appointment with a gal today, she's like, I'm super busy, Diane. I have 2 other businesses. She started literally throwing everything out to me. And I'm like, I just let her go. She went on and on and on and on. And then finally I said to her, I said, so you've got a lot on your plate. Then I said, she goes, I do. I mean, her dad has got cancer. I mean, she's literally got a lot on her plate. And I said, so if you could add, I didn't say add, I said, if you could have more of something, aside from maybe a little sleep, would you want more girlfriend time right now? Would you want more travel? Would you want more money? And she stopped and she goes, more money. And I said, so what if Mary Kay could give you not only a massive discount on what you buy, because she buys everything from me. I said, but what if it could give you that little extra income, that extra $500 to $1,000 a month? Even if you just literally tapped into 1 or 2 events a month. And she goes, well, I'd be maybe interested in that. So, you know, I wanted you guys to have that stat that a family of 4 to be where they were last year, they're $1,000 shy every month. That's a lot. That's $12,000 in a year. So just keep in mind. So what did you guys hear from Gloria really quick while we close? What hit you between the eyes? What did you hear?
Okay, when she said, I want you to tell me about you, and then I'm going to tell you about me, and then I'm going to tell you about Mary Kay, and then you're going to ask questions, and then I'm going to ask you if that's what you want. The way she said that, I was like, man, you make it sound so easy.
And it is because, and especially, and do not think that if I sat down with you, Dawn, and you said that, I would know exactly what to expect. You're going to tell me about you. You're going to ask me about me. You're going to tell me about Mary Kay. Then you're going to ask me if it's something that I want to do. Really upfront, super simple, takes you 30 seconds to explain that. So you like that, Dawn? Okay. Anybody else? What did you hear from Gloria? What did you get out of what she had to say? Sandy?
The main thing was track the people I asked, the number that I asked, because always it was you track what your response was, but that's just a different focus. And then the second thing I was going to ask, though, what did she say? The last one was know my ambition. Wait, was
Know
that
your ambition and your capacity.
Oh, okay. But
And I think what she means about that is know what drives you, know how hard you can push yourself, know how far you can push yourself, and be genuine in who you are.
okay.
Because I love what she said the very first thing when she said, know your story. Because
Right.
people know you where you are now. Like when people see me, they assume that I came into Mary Kay just like a Cadillac arrived. Like they don't have, you know what I mean? They don't know that I could have never spoken in front of more than 2 people. Like even a group of 4 made me want to throw up. Like, so people don't know where you've come from. And even if you've been in a short time, you've got stories to tell. And so tell your brief story because it makes you more relatable. Anybody else? What did you get from Gloria? What did you hear?
I love women are looking for you. Know
Okay.
that women are looking for you. So don't be, what did she say? Don't worry about how did she call it?
So it was like basically, don't worry about the no's, don't worry about the response, just share with everybody because there are women out there literally
There are
praying.
women looking. There are.
What kind of rolls into don't count don't listen, just put down who you've asked. Don't necessarily do the yeses and nos. Just
Yeah.
keep going. In other
And
words.
we don't know what they're looking for. And so if you guys all said, you know what, I'm gonna go big, I'm gonna go bananas, I'm gonna do 13 shares. This is what I decided this afternoon. I'm gonna do 13 shares between now and the 29th. So I did 2 today, so I'm gonna line up all the rest. I've lined up 2 for tomorrow, but I'm gonna do a total of 13 shares. And I don't know what's gonna come of that. Hopefully a couple team members, but if nothing else, I'm gonna get really good at this sharing thing in this new pink possibility chat thing and see what happens. Because you don't know who's looking. It's like when Dawn went out and told all her friends what she's doing at the baseball thing, softball thing. Some were not interested, could care less. One lady's like, oh my God, I've been looking for a Mary Kay lady. I'm so excited. So you don't know what you don't know, right? So I really want to encourage you guys, if anybody's up to doing the 29 days over again next month, because I think you'll go, oh yeah, I remember this last month, but we didn't implement it. One of the ones you're going to do, if you listen to today's, she plays the Mrs. Cab game. And again, you can't implement all these. Find a few things that you want to implement and run with those. But I think that's going to be really fun. The other thing I'm really going to focus on in March is putting out a lot of facial boxes. So I've got all the signage. We're going to make that on boards. It's going to say facial boxes. It's going to be its own folder. It's going to have lots of options for the entry slips. Carrie, can you please email me those entry slips? And we'll have everything on boards as well as Facebook for you guys. But I'll tell you, if you had out 5 or 6 facial boxes, you'd already have leads trickling in as one of your many sources. So, all right, you guys, thank you for being on tonight. Congratulations, Carrie and Don. You'll both be receiving a gift in the mail for having a $300 week. Love mailing out prizes to you guys. I would really challenge you guys to come do a quick infomercial on these, even if you don't have them, just to hold up the thing and show them, talk about them. And then definitely I would do a 28th, 29th sale. I really, really would. I think the 20th and 29th, I'm going to post the one about the supplements because I've got clients that'll jump on that. So, all right, you guys, let's have a great month end. We're all cheering for you, Carrie McCurdy. We know that you're going to end up in DIQ. We're so excited. Dawn, I'm going to continue to cheer for you as you get into red, and Magda getting into red. And I'll tell you guys, we are looking for these next 6 directors. So if you know of anybody who wants that much more for their family, a car, all of that, let me know. They could go any pace they want, but it's fun to run together than to run by yourself. So Carrie, we are all cheering you on and running right by your side, babe. All right, you guys. Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.